Hi guys, we are getting ready to go find Stephen Bishop's grave. He was one of the first cave guides. He was an enslaved man, he was a slave who worked at the cave, and he's one of the first people to map out the whole, not the whole cave because not all was discovered yet, but parts of the cave when he was only a kid. Okay, so we are actually above, and right down there, you could sort of see right in there, that's the cave entrance. But it says that about 10,000 years ago, there's people living in this forest. And they would go inside of the cave to get some minerals and some rocks. And then that ended about 2,000 years later. But it was even before the Native Americans lived here. It was the people before the Native Americans. And they think that either Stephen Bishop was buried somewhere around here, but his marker is over that way, so that's where we're going. Okay, here is the grave site for Stephen Bishop, where some of the other slaves and tuberculosis patients were buried. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a second. But this is the great-grandson of another man, Stephen Bishop's great-grandson. His name's Ed Bishop. He was also a cave guide, but he wasn't a slave. Here is the families, and then this is a segregated school. Remember we were learning about segregated? So a lot of the cave guides' children would go to this school, and the wives would be the teachers. And then this is an integrated. Remember right here, we learned integrated means together. So this is in the 1930s. They were more integrated cave guides. This is what they think Stephen Bishop looked like. It's a picture that they drew of him. But you can see this is Stephen Bishop's grave. It says, Stephen Bishop, first guide explorer of the Mammoth Cave, died June 15th, 1859, in his 37th year. So he was 37. And right there, that's his grave. And there was also some people that lived in the cave. They were tuberculosis patients. That means they were sick with a lung disease, so it was hard for them to breathe. They thought the air was very clean down in the cave because it's very cool, so they thought, we'll let them live down there and maybe that will help them. And so 3 of the people died down there, and they are buried someplace up here. We can't go in because it's very, 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 very old. Here is a model of, what's it called? Mosasaurus? And these animals lived 65 million years ago. And guess what? Here is the top of its skull. It's a fossil. It's pretty cool. Look at those teeth. Hi guys. Okay, so remember the fossil we saw just a little while ago, the mouth? This would have been the tail. We come with me. We walk all the way down. There's the body, the fins, the flippers, and then here would be the mouth. Miss Floyd, who's this?
This is Gus.
Hi, Gus.
He stays at the rock shop.
Yep, he stays at the rock shop right over there where I got the dinosaur bones.
Yeah.
Oh.